Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets for the NBA slate of March 17th, 2023. Before we get started, though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 500 subscribers, and we're less than 20 away from hitting that mark. So I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm going to be bringing out my top 6 picks for tonight's NBA slate of games. Just to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that I did submit. I only submitted a total of 2 slips. As you can see with this one, we were able to go 4-2 with Bruce Brown and DeAndre Ayton being the only 2 that weren't able to hit. And on this second slip was the picks that we did post on yesterday's video. And we definitely obviously had a losing day, as we were only able to call the under on SGA points. The other 3, Mikal Bridges, Killian Hayes, and Chris Paul, weren't able to hit their respective lines. But we definitely look to bounce back today, get back to our winning ways. So let's go ahead and get started on my top 6 picks of tonight's NBA slate of games. For my first pick, I'm going to be going to the points and rebounds category, and I'm going to be going down to the latest game on the slate. I'm going to be taking AD over 40.5 points and rebounds. Now, the Mavs over the last 7 games are allowing the 6th most points per game and the 10th most rebounds per game to opposing centers. Also, as we know, the Lakers are trying to fight their way into the play-in spot, a playoff spot, whichever one pretty much that they could get in, as long as they have a chance. And to do that, obviously LeBron is out, and they're going to need AD to pretty much dominate here through the end of the season, of the regular season. And this is one of the reasons why I like this spot for him. He sat out their last game against the Rockets, which was the second night of a back-to-back. So he's coming in with 2 to 3 days of rest. And in their latest matchup, which was the only game that AD played versus the Mavs this season, he had 45 points and rebounds, scoring 30 points and getting 15 rebounds. So we're definitely gonna, or I definitely expect AD to get us, 41 points and rebounds for the night. So we're gonna be rocking with him for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm gonna be going to an assist, the assist category, and I'm gonna be going to taking James Harden over 11 assists against the Charlotte Hornets. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he's averaging 12.8, going over in 3 of those 5 games. Now, tonight against the Hornets, as we know, the Hornets play little to no defense. They like to push the ball. They're one of the most fast-paced teams in the league, and they just like to score the ball. So definitely expect this to be a high-scoring game. Also, the Hornets have had trouble, as we know, all season guarding opposing centers. Embiid, or in the only matchup that Embiid and Harden played this season against the Hornets, Embiid ended up with 53 points, and Harden ended up with 16 assists. So I definitely expect the same formula tonight for the Sixers. I expect a lot of pick and roll, pick and pop from Embiid and Harden. And over his last 5 games against the Hornets, he's hit the over 4 out of those games. And in his 5 games, he's had 12 assists, 14 assists, 8 assists, 13 and 16, as I just mentioned, in their only matchup that he played against Hornets this season. Also, the Hornets are allowing the 10th most assists per game to opposing point guards. So all in all, I think this is a good spot for James Harden to get us 12 assists. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my second pick. For my third pick, I'm going to go to the points and assists category. And I'm going to be going down to the Warriors and Hawks game. I'm going to be taking Trae Young over 38.5 points and assists. Now, for the season, the Warriors are allowing the 6th most points per game to opposing point guards. And as we've come to find out, they're one of the worst road teams this season, especially defensively. Now, over his last 2 games versus the Warriors, he's had 48 points and assists and 44. The 44 was in the earlier matchup this season. And then on top of that, both of these teams are top 5 in scoring and top 10 in pace. So I definitely expect a lot of points scored. And Trae Young to be one of the players that benefits from a high scoring game. So I'm going to be taking Trae Young over 38.5 points and assists for my third pick. For my fourth pick, I'm going to be going to the back to the points and rebounds category. I'm going to be going down to the Houston and Pelicans game, and I'm going to be taking Jabari Smith Jr. over 22.5 points and rebounds. Now, these 2 teams have matched up 2 times thus far this season, and Jabari Smith has gone over in both of those matchups, having 24 points and rebounds in one and 27 in their most latest one. Now, in that first game, he had 9 points and 15 rebounds, and in the second game, he had 14 points and 13 rebounds. Also, over his last 5 games overall, he's been crushing this line as he's been averaging 30.8 points and rebounds, getting 21.4 points per game and 19.4 rebounds per game over his last 5. Now, on top of that, the Pelicans over the last 15 games are allowing the 3rd most points per game to opposing power forwards. So all in all, I think this is a good spot for Jabari Smith, to get his and to get us 23 points and rebounds. So I'm going to be taking him for my 4th pick. For my 5th pick, I'm going to be going to the PRA category, and I'm going to be going down to the Grizzlies and Spurs game. And I'm going to be taking Trey Jones over 21.5 PRAs. Now, I know over his last 5, he hasn't been really doing as well. Once the screen loads up, for whatever reason it's taking so long, but once it loads up, I'll show you guys. There it goes. He's only been averaging 17.8 and has only gone over in 1 out of those or 1 out of his last 5 games. The reason why I like this matchup here is because he's going up against his brother Tyus Jones, who plays for the Grizzlies, and it's just something about playing against your sibling that just brings out that competitive spirit out of you. And the 3 matchup that these 2 teams has had thus far this season, Trey Jones has hit this over in all of those 3 matchups. He's had 26 PRAs, 29, and in their latest one, 34. So all in all, I like this spot for Trey Jones to get us 22 PRAs. So I'm going to be taking him for my 5th pick. And for my 6th and last pick, I'm going to be going to the points category, and I'm going to be sticking to or going back, should I say, to the Houston and Pelicans game. And I'm going to be taking Brandon Ingram over 25.5 points. Now, over his last, he's hit this over in 3 of his last 4 games versus the Pelicans, scoring 40 points, 33, 26, and 20. Now, the 20 was in the earlier matchup this season, or the only matchup that he played against the Rockets this season. And in that game, the Pelicans were pretty much all healthy. Zion was playing, CJ, everybody was playing, and obviously with Zion playing, he was getting most of the shots. And with him not being in the lineup, obviously Brandon Ingram has been pretty much the #1 option for the Pelicans. So this is why I like Brandon Ingram. I don't think the Houston have any player that could really slow him down or stop him. He's very versatile, as we know. He can score from anywhere on the court, and as we know, Houston really doesn't play no defense. So I'm going to be taking him for my 6th and last pick, Brandon Ingram, over 25.5 points. So that's going to be it for my top 6 picks. We're going to be taking the over on all of them. And as always, if you guys agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. And here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm going to be placing the rest of my balance is $7 for the possibility to win $175. So I'm going to go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's